Jake Claver makes it clear that he is aware of the exact moment when XRP will blow up. Have a ton of additional footage as well. Since I keep getting inquiries, I decided to compile the snippets I've received over the past few days into a movie. Let's get started straight now. Let's begin with this. Zachary was acquired. Hey, Legend, do you know anything about XRP? He asks. Additionally, you are not allowed to inform us the expected timeline. I'll pass on that one. Thanks for the great conversation, Zach. Hopefully. Okay, it's there. He seems to know something, but he may be prohibited from telling us due to an NDA. He has this clip here as well. Reserves of XRP are rapidly depleting. Before the market awakens, comprehend the mechanism underlying the impending supply shock. The disappearance of XRP from exchanges seems to have been a popular topic among influencers in recent days. Nothing you've been saying about $50 to $100 is so outrageous anymore. The man is you. Thank you for that. People continue to question my statements. They constantly question the domino theory. They are asking me what would happen if this or that didn't occur. See, I wouldn't go on. To be clear, Jake Claver is not the creator of the domino hypothesis, isn't he? Jake Claver kind of adopted the domino idea to fit the XRP story, although that was there long before he did. I only wanted you to know that. At this point, keep coming on here and discussing it week after week, month after month, and year after year. Unless it was a certain thing. All right, for example, there's a reason why my theory on what will happen hasn't altered in 18 months. You can draw whatever conclusions you want from it, but I remain confident about how things will turn out. And everything I've discussed over the past year and a half has been gradually coming to pass, and it's simply been increasingly validated. That should give you enough credibility to think the rest of it will, so you can set yourself up appropriately. Correct. Jake claims that it will undoubtedly occur. He is aware that he possesses the knowledge. He's dissecting it. He also mentions that there may be a digital answer to the U.S. debt issue. Let's find out what it is to settle the debt. You have liabilities as well as assets. You must increase your assets to equal your liabilities if they are significantly higher. What would happen if a large amount of XRP just so happened to be on the balance sheet of the U.S. government? No audit has ever been conducted on that, according to David Sachs. The public is unaware of the government's stance on cryptocurrency. The only certainty we have is that they possess the Bitcoin that they may have sold at this time. Let's see. Thus, that would be a fantastic method. David Sachs, one who has been there since January, is the insane part. We still don't know how much cryptocurrency the government actually owns, and November is almost here. Does anyone else think it's odd that they haven't been able to explain that to the general public? After all, it's been 10 months, so I just ask if it's a priority. Almost a year has passed. Why are we still unaware of this? I find that odd. This time, they don't even need to revalue it. Many people believe that they will revalue this and that they are not required to do so. They are able to make use of market dynamics. They are able to plan catalysts. They can take any necessary action to trigger this cascading transaction and raise the price of XRP to thousands of dollars. In a nutshell, Davis Schwartz asserts that no one has the authority to revalue any, such as XRP. That is not possible. Now, it can occur due to market forces, demand, and other factors that Jake is discussing here. But no one has the power to stand up and declare, this is this. Isn't that right? That is simply not possible. The presidents and prime ministers of every nation in the globe would need to be present at the global gathering. Get together and say something like, that's the thing. Or, I don't even know how you would do it right now. Or something along those lines. There is no legal way for someone to enter and determine the price, and it would go from $250,000 to $200,000, 700 times their money, assuming they had enough of it on their balance sheet at thousands of dollars. They would have enough assets to cover the majority of the debt if they had enough of it. That's how it would operate. They refuse to repay it. They just have enough assets to balance out their liabilities. They can then take out a loan against that to pay off the debt. They can then lend the funds on their own. I take it that this is the entire game that we play at Digital Wealth Partners. For example, you may be your own bank. The government is its own bank. As the world's reserve currency, the US government has been able to print its way out of every recession thus far. That luxury will not be available to them after this change. They are aware of that. If you were aware that this would be the case, you could establish a business such as BlackRock, along with a few others to guarantee that you would remain the global leader during this transition. You could also disintermediate or disrupt yourself and plan it properly to maintain your advantage over other nations. I'll play the video that I was just sent now. XRP is more than just another investment. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create wealth for generations. Why people don't trust me is beyond me. On one side, I recognize the sounds. I'll have to try to solve it by casting. Please accept my apologies. Do you own anything else? It's difficult for me to explain to others what this asset will be and how much value it will gain over the next 5 to 10 years. I will never get another chance in my lifetime to earn this much money in such a short amount of time. I doubt that you could earn this much money in such a short amount of time, even if you were engaging in unlawful activity. As if I've witnessed others doing it. There has been some dubious activity or drug use. Like to simply make an investment. You have witnessed others do it. In fact, I have watched others do it, hold it, and earn this amount of money without having to do anything. I am aware that this network and this asset have never before existed, and I doubt it will ever happen again. Right now. Never again can I say that. I'll just state unequivocally within my lifetime. Here folks discuss a once-in-a-lifetime experience. This, in my opinion, is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I concur with Jake. It happens only once in a lifetime, a generation, or something else entirely. Yes, I wholeheartedly concur. Jake also mentioned that the White House just announced a new era of prosperity for the US-Japan partnership. This is the signature. I wanted to know if there was anything concerning RipLink's RP in this article. That's what I wanted to know, of course. The high-profile strategic framework known as the New Golden Age Pact, which was signed on October 20, 2025, aims to improve economic security and growth between the US and Japan. Building on previous agreements and a joint statement released in 2025, it reaffirms both nations' commitment to deepening cooperation in vital areas including as commerce, rare earths, advanced technology, and economic security. Sein Takichi, the new Prime Minister of Japan, and Donald Trump, the President of the United States, are the signatories to the agreement, which aims to strengthen economic and scientific connections between the two countries. The scope then covers commerce, investment, and the framework for US-Japan collaboration in vital technologies and minerals. In reality, this fund is designed to attract $550 billion in Japanese investment in the US. Government summaries and official White House press releases about XRP and Ripple are accessible. Neither XRP nor Ripple are specifically mentioned in any of the major text. I only wanted to draw attention to that. Naturally, Deanna then weighs in with a warning about XRP's liquidity. Reasons why selling XRP at the peak might not be possible. The CEO of Digital Ascension Group, Jake Claver, just dropped a bombshell, and I believe this is another Jake Claver that I was sent. All holders of XRP should be aware. Everyone should be aware of this bombshell. When the market goes vertical, this could prevent you from losing thousands of dollars. Most people still believe that you should sell at $10 and pay out when XRP moons. Easy, isn't it? Not precisely. Thin liquidity occurs when too many people attempt to sell at once, and there aren't enough buyers available to accept all of those orders at the same price. Slippage occurs when you hit sell at $10, but your order may really fill the sell at $8.50. Indeed, in a matter of seconds, it can cost you thousands of dollars. Imagine it as a concert when everyone tries to evacuate through the same narrow door when the fire alarm goes off. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in XRP news or cryptocurrency news, I'll be watching for major developments from Swell and bringing you all the information on this channel. This is the channel for you. Thanks to you, my